Hi, everyone. Returning to another really great band, Aerosmith. I have listened to two of their pieces in the past. One was Dream On and the other was Crying. It's been a little while, so it's time for me to circle back around and explore more of their work. Today it is going to be Walk This Way, and I have a couple paragraphs to read and then we'll listen. Walk This Way was originally released as the second single from the album Toys in the Attic, 1975. We're still kind of in the early-ish era. It peaked at number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 in early 1977, part of a string of successful hit singles for the band in the 1970s. In addition to being one of the songs that helped break Aerosmith into the mainstream in the 70s, it also helped revitalize their career in the 80s, when it was covered by hip-hop group Run DMC. This cover was a touchstone for the new musical subgenre of rap rock, or the melding of rock and hip-hop. Oh, I wonder if I should listen to that cover. That sounds like it would be an interesting comparison. It became an international hit, reaching number 4 on the Billboard charts and won both groups a Soul Train Music Award for Best Rap Single in 1987 Soul Train Music Awards. Both versions are in the Grammy Hall of Fame. Yes, I do think I should listen to that cover somewhere along the way, so keep your eyes and ears open for that too. Oh, I like that. Okay. Well, even the original is a rapid-fire set of lyrics, and I have to pay attention to the text because I'm not used to listening to this type of music where everything comes so quickly. I can understand how let's see, the group, what was it, Run DMC, would perhaps feel like this could easily be turned into even a more rap-style piece because, well, if you've been following my Beatles Complete series, you'll remember that I just recently finished up the Sgt. Pepper's album, and one of the last songs on there, I was talking about the drum pattern and how it kind of sent me down this rabbit hole of what beats are for which genres, and kind of discovered a bit about hip-hop, and I can hear the opening drums in this piece of music, 1975, has a drum pattern which became a significant rhythmic element of a lot of hip-hop music, at least what I've read so far. And so it kind of works, doesn't it? Now, what I was just enjoying right here is how this beat and this rapid-fire delivery of the lyrics sets up a rhythmic feel, a rhythmic pattern, which we become very familiar with, and we kind of start riding it like we're riding on let's say, a bicycle down the road, you know, feeling the bumps along the road as we go. And then suddenly things change when we get to this walk this way, and the whole rhythmic feel changes a bit. And it's a lot of fun to feel that transition. So took a big chance at the high school dance with the mister who was ready to play. The lyrics and everything. She was fooling 'cause she knew what she was doing, and an old love was here to stay. When she told me to walk this way, walk Notice also the bass way down at the bottom and growling away down there is actually singing something very similar to what was happening in the lyrics. Listen to this again. Pay attention to the melody and rhythm of the lyrics.
In the middle of the swing like it didn't care. So took a big chance at the high school dance with the mister who was ready to play. Wasn't me, she was fooling 'cause she knew what she was doing, and the old love was here to stay. When she told me to.
Now listen for the bass. Listen to it. It's as if it's been inspired by what it was hearing with the singer, and I love that shift from the top of the music to the bottom of the music, the continuity and the connection between the two parts. It's really a great link there. It's as if, as I said, we've been riding this bicycle down a bumpy dirt road and feeling all the bumps and gravel along the way, and then suddenly we get to perhaps some pavement and we can coast a little bit more easily and walk this way. Suddenly our pedaling gets smoother and the wheels turn more easily. Walk this way. Walk this way. Walk this way. Walk this way. Back to the gravel road. Like this.
Schoolgirl city with the classic kind of sassy and the skirts climbing way beneath. There was 3 young ladies in the school gym like when I noticed they was looking at me. I was a high school loser, never made it with the ladies. And the boss told me something I missed. Then my next door neighbor with a daughter had a favor, so I gave her just a little kiss like this. See you start swing with the balls in the school and your feet flying up in the air. I sing hey diddy diddy with your kitty in the middle. I swing like I didn't care. So I took a big chance at the high school dance with the missy who was ready to play. Wasn't me, she was fooling 'cause she knew what she was doing when she taught me how to walk this way. She told me to walk this way, 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 walk this way. Just give me a kiss. Like this.
So picturesque, colorful, characterful to me. I have to, I mean, if I try to come up with a simile, I feel like saying, what a great musical rendition of a Norman Rockwell painting. Something like that. The character, the humor, the grittiness, the kind of rough and tumble life of yesteryear for an American kid. That's what I feel like. It does a great job of capturing that. And even though it is in a kind of a different style of delivery than what I might call classic rock. Well, this is 75. You could kind of put this in the classic era, couldn't you? But this rapid fire, almost tending towards rap style, pre-rap, even though it feels different than a lot of the classic rock I've listened to, there's something about it that feels incredibly classic and classy. And again, I go back to something like Norman Rockwell. I remember as a child, my first exposure to Norman Rockwell's works was my dad had a calendar of various of his paintings, and one for each month. And I loved to look at those pictures and notice the little details of humor and action, and it all has this sort of vintage, retro, classic feel. It captured my childhood imagination and attention. As a child, I remember that was my first exposure, and I kind of fell in love with his style and paintings, and really enjoyed it back as a child. So this kind of takes me that direction, and it feels so the same sort of simplicity, an incredibly vibrant, colorful, picturesque, artistic rendition. And that's perhaps why I talk about the rhythm as being something that feels like riding a bicycle. You can imagine a kid with some pants rolled up halfway up to the knees, and some holes torn in the knees, and maybe some, the cuffs are a little bit ragged, and who knows, a fishing pole over his shoulder, and riding this old bicycle, pedaling on the bumpy road, and then suddenly it gets a little bit smoother, the pavement for a bit, but it doesn't last. We get back to the bumpy, rough rhythm. To me, that's what this piece does, and I like it. I like that about it. I am now very curious to see, what did this other group do, the Run DMC? How differently did they present it in their cover? Did they keep that drum rhythmic introduction, or did they even modify? I have no idea, and I'm really curious, so I'm sure I will be checking that out in the near future. So do keep your eyes and ears open for that, and I'll see you soon.